The former Chicago Bear, could have been the next Bear head coach, but he's going back home to his alma mater. Ron Rivera is with us here, one of the class acts in the history of the NFL. I'll say it like that, working with USAA. Let's start at just right at the top here. Did you think the interview that you got with the Bears was a real one that you did?
No, it was absolutely. You know, that's the unfair. People want to sit there and they want to hammer them a little bit. This group is really, truly interested in winning. Okay, I thought it was first class. I thought the way Ryan Poles ran it was the way it needed to be. I really do, and I mean this in all sincerity. I thought Kevin Warren did his part, sat back, listened, interjected every now and then. Georgia McCaskey interjected every now and then as well. Very, very stoic, just listening to the process as it was unwinding. And I think that's important. People understand. This was done the way it was supposed to be. They flew me in the night before, took a tour of the facility, got a chance to talk with each one of those guys individually. The kind of interview that you walk away and felt good about. I really did. I understand the Ben Johnson hiring. I really do. You've got a quarterback that's got to get fixed, and this was the name everybody talked about. So doing that sent a great message, I think, to the fan base that we're serious about fixing the #1 pick of the draft. I went through that in Carolina. We had the #1 pick in the draft. What I tried to do when I came in, I tried to talk about what did you guys do specifically when you guys got this guy? Did you go out and sit down with the USC coaches to find out what he does best? Well, they didn't. You know, well, when we drafted Cam Newton, that was what we did. We went to Auburn, sat down, find out what he did best, and then we tried to incorporate it into what we did offensively. To me, it always looked like they tried to force things onto Caleb, and that's not going to work for a guy that is not in that kind of situation, in my opinion. So, do I think it was? Yes, I do think it was well done.
So, yeah, we've heard a lot of that the process with the Bears. They interviewed a lot of people, but it seemed like, and I know Ben Johnson's camp, they felt like the whole thing was first class. You have the unique perspective of having been in the organization multiple times. Do you feel like the tide's turning here with how the whole thing's being run up at House Hall?
I do. I think Ryan Poles is, you know, this thing about young guys are going to come make mistakes. And the thing is, I know he's acknowledged he's made mistakes. Shoot, he had to fire a guy that he thought was going to be the guy, and it didn't work out that way. But when you're willing to step up and make that acknowledgement that I made a mistake, okay, and take responsibility, that's telling people first something about who you are. You're willing to correct those mistakes, and I think that's important. Now he's come out, now he's trying to do it the right way, trying to make sure that everything they do is done the right way. So now, to me, that's promising. That's first of all, people that can admit they made a mistake, that's a step forward.
Super Bowl champion Ron Rivera talking with us here in CHGO as we're meandering through the old media room here. Did they ask you, hey, well, who will be your offensive coordinator? Those type of questions come up?
Yeah, we went. I got to pull this out just so you guys see it.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
That was actually I lost mom a couple years back, and this is one of the things that she wanted to make sure I got back. So I wore it here for a special reason. But yeah, they did. We talked about it. We talked about the different guys that were out there that was available as coordinators that I wanted to bring in and interview. I told them I wanted them involved in this interview process. I'm not going to sit there and hire guys that, you know, I want to make sure we all feel good about what we do. And that was important. And so I thought I had a good plan. I think they liked the plan. I really do. I left a couple of things with them. Say, if you got questions, please feel free to call.
I don't know off the top of my head if you have connections with Dennis Allen at all, but I mean, just.
Yeah. I know Dennis.
But obviously, I mean, the schemes all kind of overlap. And I'm just curious with Ben Johnson going that route with Dennis Allen and how you think that fits the Bears right now. I'm sure you look into the personnel when you interview.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's a 4-3 base for the 4-2 base for the most part. We're going to an even front. But with the personnel you got, I mean, this is a personnel-driven league. It's a quarterback-driven league. Get your quarterback, you got a chance. You get the right personnel in the other places, you got an even better chance. They've got defensive personnel. Defense kept them in games early in the year. They won a few games they probably shouldn't have, but because of the defense and special teams. This team has got what it needs for the most part. Fix the offensive line a little bit, get these guys matured a little bit. They're going to be a better football team. They really are. Get that running game going consistent, running game, play action, all that stuff helps the quarterback.
Going back to the process a little bit, I'm curious about Kevin Warren, because I know you've been around the organization a long time, and it's a lot of familiar faces that have been there a long time, but Kevin's the new guy there.
Right.
So I'm curious your impressions on how he's changing some of the culture and how they do the business of operations.
Well, I think when you look at the way things were handled, the way things have been done the last year and a half, you're going to like them. I mean, first of all, I walked into that facility. I've never seen anything like it. That was impressive.
Changed a lot, huh?
It really has. I was impressed. I kept thinking to myself, geez, I wish I had that in Washington. I mean, that's antiquated there. But to see what they've done and the money they've put into that facility, that was pretty special. It really was. And then they talk about all the different things that they're doing, the resources they're trying to give. That was important. And that really showed that Kevin's got a handle and an understanding and a feel for it. I love the way he was involved in the process. Like I said, sat there stoically, listened, took notes, and then asked very poignant questions.
Does it, when it's not a football guy, when you're getting interviewed by a guy to be a head coach, how does that resonate with you, with any organization, not just the Bears?
Well, when it's not football guys, you always think in the back of your mind, well, he doesn't know what he doesn't know. And that you always wonder, what kind of question am I going to get? You want guys that have some familiarity, that have been involved in football, to understand what it takes. One biggest thing you're always trying to do is always about having the resources. If you don't have the resources, it's hard to be successful. Okay, and that's another thing but listening to him talk, it was about having the resources and then giving the resources.
We got to talk to you at the Combine, Ron, and when your name was floated out there, I was like, hey, if Ron Rivera ends up being the Bears head coach, that would be a phenomenal thing. And I think anybody listening to this, if they haven't already known it, I think they're seeing it right now. But let me move on to who you're working with today, which is USA, the NFL and USA, the official NFL Salute to Service partner. So why did you want to partner with them?
Well, the best part is I'm a member. My father served 32 years in the United States Army. He's one of the original members from way back when as a USA member. I inherited it. It's a tremendous financial resource for me in terms of insurance, banking, investments, all that kind of stuff. So I understand what their first mission is, that is serve the military community. Secondly, it's to support the military community. So they have actually supported the NFL Salute to Service, which is a really big deal. And I think that's real important. People understand what it means that USA supports the Salute to Service. I'm a winner. I won it before. It's a very tremendous award. It is also one of the real important awards for the NFL. This year's winner is George Kittle of the 49ers. He's been a nominee a couple of times, and he's finally gotten over the hump, and he's a guy that's very deserving.
Robbie, always love talking to you.
No, I appreciate it, guys.
Super Bowl champ, head coach going back to his alma mater. Can't do it better than that.